in. And so I'm just lifting up that weight of an apple to have her put her bum down. And we're just going to wait for her. You can see her very well on the camera. But she is just standing here. So we're just chilling, waiting for her to put her bum down. And we're just practicing going in and out of the door. There, her bum went down, so I release that pressure. She did great on her walk, you saw. But on the way out, you didn't see, she did not want to go out. She does pretty good about wanting to come in. She actually tries to shove past me, and so we'll talk about how we correct that also. We're just going to practice going in and out of the door and working with her when she gets in these stubborn little spells on how she can make it, how we can work with her on going in and out. So right now, she's just sitting there, so I'm going to give a little flick of the leash. We're going to open the door. I'm not giving any pressure to her right now. We're just walking out together. Good. And then to come back in, we'll lift up the weight of an apple. She has to put her bum down. And then again, I give a little flick and we come through together. So it's not about the pulling. We're not wanting to overpower her because she's very strong. It's about those flicks that we're teaching her. Right now, lifting up the weight of an apple so she can put her bum down because we're inside. So you can see how the walk is really important and how it floods into other aspects of the life. It's not just about going for the walk. It's about moving through the doors. It's about giving to this pressure and not me having to force her. So right now, I'm just waiting, lifting up that weight of an apple, waiting for her to put her bum down. And we're just going to chill here for however long it takes. There, she sat, puts her bum down, my hand goes down. And we're just going to practice going in and out of this door, going out with swiftness, and then when we're wanting to come in, being calm, cool, and collected, being patient. But both are with using these little flicks of the leash to help her know we're going together. So we're going to walk forward so I can turn her around. She's kind of a wider load. So you can see I'm doing these flicks. She does not make a very good tight circle. And now to come back in, I'm going to lift up the weight of an apple. And then I'll give a flick to let her know it's time to come in. Flick. Good. And we're going to keep practicing this. I was told that getting in a car is a hard thing for her to do. So hopefully as we get better with the door, we can try to borrow someone's car and practice getting into a car. Here we are with Sky. She just struggled leaving the house. Actually, our doors have automatic shutters on them. And so I had to have one of the kids hold the door open so I could pull her outside. So she's in a very stubborn mood right now with wanting to go for another walk today. She's like, no, not again, let me sleep all day. But it's important for our training that she learns that even though she doesn't want to, we can ask nicely and she can do it. So we're gonna go for our walk. We want this nice loose leash. We want her right beside us. Actually, we're gonna go the other way. We went that direction this morning. Sky's actually doing awesome. Nice loose leash. Right beside me, a couple little bumps and she gets going. She's doing great. So I think we're gonna try to work on a few other things. We'll try to see if we can go get some dogs, see if she can be reactive to that. And we're just gonna work on going in and out of the door. We don't normally do that with most dogs. Most dogs don't struggle like she does. But I'm actually gonna, if I can't find any dogs that are out because it's raining right now and cold, I'm just gonna work on coming in and out of that door. I don't want her to sit back. She just like set back. I call it the peer plot, where they just say, no, I'm not gonna do it. I don't see any of our friends out, so we're just gonna go practice on that door and work on her etiquette, coming and going in and out of the door, and not being a stinker and refusing and using her body weight. Let's go. To refuse to do that. So we're gonna go back and work on that since she's doing really well at the walk. Oh, she's getting slower now. She's using that peer weight. There we go. That's better. To let me know she doesn't want to go. And that's okay, she doesn't want to. But we're walking in this together. So we're going to work on it together. She's not allowed to switch sides. Right there you saw like try to switch over a couple times. She's not allowed to switch sides. She has to stay on the same side. Whatever side I put her on. I can switch sides, but she cannot. All right, here we are with Baxter and Sky. We just finished having dinner. We're cleaning up dinner now. The kids, only one Caleb, did their training walks, or they did their free play, their training walks, their beds, which is where they are now. And then they'll go to reflection after we're all done here. They've sat here all during dinner and done a really good job. Sky finished eating all of her food while we were all eating dinner, and Baxter has not. He did just get off his bed. If you can see, he's practicing avoidance right now. If you see, he's sitting on the bed, but he's looking at the wall. That's like when your kids fold their arms and they're like, you can't make me do it, but they're doing it, but they're not happy about it, right? That's what he's doing right now. He's still facing the wall. That's avoidance. We have Sky here who is practicing acceptance. You see her chilling on the bed, sleeping, facing everyone, open to whatever's going on. Baxter is slowly starting to get engaged after because he got in trouble, he just kind of walked over there, and I quickly grabbed him and took him back over. So he's figuring out, okay, like, man, I'm upset about it, but okay. And we're just practicing. The kids are all going to run and go brush their teeth. As you saw in the videos earlier, we practice our excitement and crazy and chaos, and that is exactly what we want to do when they're on their bed. So we're just going to let them chill here on their beds and practice being calm, cool, and collected while the kids go brush their teeth, while we're all in and out of the room, and while we're doing homework and stuff. All right, here we are with Sky and Baxter. Isabella's eating some breakfast, about to head off to school. I don't know if you can hear Sky whining this morning. You can hear a little bit in there. I'm going to ignore it. I actually like when they start to rebel a little bit for me. That way I can actually work them through it and they're not just doing it all at home. Because every rebellious thing they do here, they will definitely do at home. So I like to try to address all of them. So I'm just going to ignore it. If she was barking or standing up or getting super, super agitated, I would do something. But for right now, I'm just going to ignore it and it will usually go away. We want to make sure we give attention to the things we love, not the things we don't love. The things we don't love, we usually just give some distance pressure to or a little bit of correction to, but we're not going to touch, we're not going to say their name, we're not going to draw a lot of attention to it. We want them to just learn how to chill. We have Baxter over there. Baxter's doing really good. He got off his bed once this morning whenever I was walking to go get Sky, but he's done a really good job, though you can tell he's still in avoidance. He's still got his back to me, not really accepting the situation, knows what he's supposed to be doing, but isn't loving it. We have Sky here who's in more of an acceptance position, but you can hear her whining. That's totally fine. It generally takes them at least that 4-day period to really start to feel good about the bed and starting to love it. So that's totally fine. So they're just going to chill here this morning for the next couple hours while the kids start waking up, while I'm making more breakfast for the younger kids, and while everyone heads off to school with that chaos. And so I'll try to take some videos of that too this morning. Alright, here we are with Sky. I talked about yesterday and tried to make a video of me going through the doors with Sky. She is pretty pushy with the doors, whether she doesn't want to go out or she wants to go out too fast, one of the two. She's a little pushy, and that's not okay. So right now I'm lifting up the weight of an apple. I'm waiting for her to put her bum down so you can actually go out the door. And so we're just chilling, waiting for Sky. There, bum went down, leash goes down. Going to open the door. When she stands up, I'm going to close the door and put the leash back down. I'm going to wait for her to put her bum down. And then I'm going to do it again. I want Sky to keep her bum down. So right there, she's just lifting her bum a little bit. That's why I picked up the weight of an apple. I needed her to keep her bum down. the entire way, not just partial way. There's open, and we're going to open the door. I'm going to step out, and I'm kind of facing her. In order for her to move her bum, I'm actually going to give a tug on the leash. That means she is free to go. Once she gets out, I'm going to lift up that weight of an apple again. Okay, let's go sit down. And I'm going to wait for her to put her bum down. I want her to put her bum down before she goes out and before she goes in. She's backing back in, the door trying to shut on me. Here, Caleb, will you hold the door open? Thanks, buddy. So I'm going to have her put her bum down again. I don't really need her to be facing inside. This was her choice to face back in. I don't care which way she faces. I just need her bum to be down inside and then her bum to be down outside. There. And I do the same thing to get her to come inside. I'm going to give a little tug on the leash. She comes in. As soon as she comes in, I lift up the weight of an apple again and have her put her bum down again. So again, every time we go through the door and when we get out the door, I want her bum to be down. That way we're learning to be calm, cool, and collected. Doorways are the entrance. It's a moment of respect. It's an opportunity for her to set the mood for the walk that we're going to work together, but we're not going to be rude. There, and her bum goes down, and it's released. And so we're just going to practice opening and shutting the door, going in and out, and then we're going to start our walk. Oh, she stood up. I didn't ask her to, so again, I lifted up the weight of an apple and worked on patience. We're just going to be chill. Here we are with Sky. Just leaving the kennel. So she likes to use her body weight to try to get what she wants. Remember, it's not a tug of war, it's a flick or like a pop, a pull. Not a constant pull, but like a quick little reminder, like a tap. So she can remember what we're doing. I want a nice loose leash right beside us. Walking calm, cool, and collected. You remember the 5 tools that we went over yesterday? No. The 5 tools we went over yesterday and the day before that, we're just going to use those same tools. We're just working on being calm, cool, and collected. We're not going very far, Caleb. We're going to go up here and see if we can walk past some barking dog friends. She's actually walking really quickly with me today. I'm walking a little bit faster than I normally would. And she's doing a great job. She's had her free play. Now we're doing our training walk, and then we're going to move to the bed. And then from the bed, we'll go to reflect. Barking dog friends. They're just at a neighbor house. They like to charge the fence, and they have on a perimeter collar, so it looks like they can come out, but they can't. I'm going to lift up the weight of an apple and have her put her bum down because she started to create pressure on the leash. There we go. We're going to walk past our barking friend. I'm going to use those same tools that we learned, right? I'm going to do a direction change. Oh, we have a horse across the street too. You can see I'm just doing those little flicks, getting her to focus. I'm not starting a tug of war challenge because I could not win, but I'm giving those little flicks. There we go. This is why it's important that we practice those tools before we get here. That way, once we're here, don't touch her, Caleb. She knows what they mean. We've obviously still got lots of work to do, but she's doing really well. I want her just to walk calm, cool, and collected. She's crossing over. She's not allowed to. So here I lifted up the weight of an apple and had Sky put her bum down. Just gonna give some flicks so we can start moving on. She's doing good, but I don't want her. She's creating pressure on the leash and I don't want that. So I'm doing those flicks, right? Some zigzags. I've not done a rollback with her yet because we haven't really needed that yet. She's responding to the flicks and direction change. But again, I'm just giving those flicks. So to her left are a dog and straight ahead is a horse. And she's very interested in the horse also. You can see it as we go. So we're just using those tools that we've taught her when there are little to no distractions, what they mean now that there's lots of distractions. And you can see how she's struggling, but it's getting better. That's what we want, yeah? She's not allowed to cross over, so you see how I'm just letting her, and I'm letting her bump into me because that's not comfy for her, and she'll learn on her own. That's not a good idea. So here the leash has gotten too long. You see how long it is in my hand? I just need to re-choke up. I like to kind of put my pinky on it. That way for my video I'm not, and then I know I'm not pulling too hard. That's just personal preference, so you definitely do not have to do the pinky thing. That's just what I like to do so I can feel the dog. And not watch the dog because I'm watching the camera. So. Alright, so we did our free play, our training walks. Kids are on the beds. Scott's been here a little bit longer because her training walk was first. Baxter's been here a little bit longer because his training walk was first. We've just added Sky to the mix. We're going to have people coming and going. My husband and son just got back from a camping trip, so they're hauling camping stuff back and forth. So we're just going to have staff coming and going, camping stuff coming and going, doors opening, coming, and we're going to see how the kids do.
Just by the fire.
Alright, show me the pictures.
Back, so down, I feel it. And here's us. Fishing.
Ooh, that's cool. Did you catch any fish?
No. Just us fishing. And there's us starting a fire. Us by the fire. What's that one?
Pause home.
This was a me and Dad.
You can notice today, or this afternoon, Baxter's body language is starting to change. He's more accepting. He's facing in, he's laying down watching, he's a little more engaged. This is great. It means he's starting to get more comfortable. You can hear Sky's not whining anymore. She's starting to get more comfortable. This is great. We're moving forward. We're still learning and growing. They're still getting off their beds and figuring out the boundaries, but they're doing much better. Hi, come in. How's it going? Hello. You can walk on through. Welcome. Good, good. So there you can see both dogs perked up and look. Well, I wouldn't say perked up for Sky, but her eyes open. So that's pretty perky for Sky. Baxter is aware and looking, but they both did great. No one got off their beds. Everyone chilled. It can be kind of scary with those big backpacks, but both the kids did good. Yeah, they did very good. So I know I've said it a few times, but I just want to stress, with this training, there's really only two pieces to the training, the walk and the bed. It takes two to be able to run and run up the training hill, right? It's important that you understand both concepts, the walk portion and the bed portion. The walking is you're using your 5 tools. There's no pressure on the leash. We're teaching them to be calm, cool, and collected, to not be reactive, okay? The walk, it's important. Next is the bed. That's this one. That's where they're learning to be calm, cool, and collected off of a leash. This is important because someday you're going to want them to be off of a leash and behaving well. Maybe it's not jumping on people when they come to the door, not reacting whenever people are coming and going. Maybe it's being able to have a Christmas party and them not stealing food. Whatever that is, if they can't do it on a bed, they won't be able to do it in your home. So we have impulse control on a leash through contact pressure, impulse control off a leash using distance pressure on a bed. So both are important if we want our dogs to be able to run up the training mountain, right? If you don't understand why, please shoot me a message so I can explain it in a different way, why the bed's important and why the walk is important. You need both so that they can learn to control that reaction, so that they can just stop and process before they react and think what would the best option be. Come in! Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to the party!
Welcome! Yep, they're both doing great. Give the dog care. They did a great job.
She doesn't even move. She's like,
Sky didn't even open her eyes. Baxter's wagging his tail. But he did a good job.
That's everything.
Alright, here we are with Sky. We have the transitional leash that we've been using for training. We'll give you one when you pick Sky up and you can pick your color and stuff, but I want to go over how to put it on because that's part of how we take care of the training process. So at the top, you have a handle. If you go farther down, there is a little black piece. You can push this button and move it up or down the leash. At the end, this long black piece is, and this little clip just connects to the collar. It's a safety. So right now it's in a slip lead, right? So I'll just put this over my shoulder. This black piece just keeps it from getting any longer. It could get tighter, but it can never open up any bigger, right? So it's just a normal slip lead. I push the button, I'm going to open it up. And if you look, right here, there's a little figure 8. If you grab in front of the string in front of the figure 8, now you have 2 loops. This back loop goes over the ears, and this front loop goes over the nose. And I'll show you how we do that. I think to make it nice and big, that way I'm not trying to like squish the dog's nose into it. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to have 2 sides. Okay? Excuse me. Can I turn your head this way? Alright. Right here. Okay, so I have my piece that's going to go over the head. And then the other piece just goes over the nose, like so. Push your ears through it. And then I want it to go right behind her head. Right now you can see it's a little off-centered. So I'm actually going to pull this towards me, because that's the way I want to go, right in the middle. And I'm going to pull this the opposite direction. Now it's right in the middle. That's right where I want it to be. Across her nose, and I'm going to squish this down. When I pick up the weight of an apple, there should be about 1 inch. Sky is fluffy, so sometimes as you're going on the walk, you'll notice the leash has made its way through all of her fur, and so it'll be a little big. You'll just want to adjust that. Once you're going on the walk, once you've adjusted it, it will be all done getting too big. No. And then you're going to take this little piece right here, and you're going to clip it to the collar. It's just a safety. That way, if she got it off her nose and off her head, it wouldn't fall off. To take it off, I'm going to grab this piece of fur again, loosen it up. I'm going to take it off over the nose. And then I'm just going to stitch it back down around the neck. And now it's in a slip lead, right? This is how we keep it when it's on the bed. But again, when we're going on the walks, I want it to be over the nose. I'm going to go ahead and take the whole thing off, push this button, pull this back, go over the top, disconnect the safety from her collar, and now it's off. I'm going to do it one more time. Make it nice and big. Have my 2 pieces. The first one's going to go over her head. And then the next one's going to go over her nose. Oh, if I make it big enough, make it a little bigger, Sky. Go over her nose. And this is going to connect to her collar. If I can find that little piece of her collar. There it is. And I'm going to make sure it's right behind her ears. Get her ears out so they get caught in there. Right behind her ears. It happens to be exactly where I want it. Now she's wearing the transitional leash over her nose and is ready to go for a walk.